Donnie, what are we doing today on your truck?
This old truck, I let it sit in the pasture for about
20 years.
I think it was about 14, 15 years.
Quite a while his old truck sat in the pasture.
But anyway, when moisture gets to these automatic transmissions and the clutches, they deface them. So transmission's gone.
So he started it up, the thing rolled 20 feet, and the clutch went out. Well, the clutch and the transmission went out.
The clutch packs in the automatic transmission went up. So we're gonna put a new one in. We went to High Point, picked one up.
New transmission.
A new transmission. We're gonna slide one in here.
Now, if you haven't seen the previous videos on this particular truck, there is a playlist on Donnie's channel of all the videos about this truck. We've just done a couple of them so far, but he's gonna fix it all back up. This was his truck back in the day. He had it all fixed up and everything, and he let it sit for a long time, and now we're gonna fix it. So first thing we need to do is fix the transmission, and then he can drive it. Now the wheels obviously got a little problem with the...
It's just flat on one side.
It's just flat on one side, people.
Yeah,
okay.
It's round on the rest of it.
So you're swapping a transmission. Now he used to do this all the time. Seems like every couple weeks he'd be telling me, I gotta get a new transmission.
I don't think I'm as fast as I once was, but I'm as fast as I ever was.
I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was.
That's it. I think that's what we're going to go with.
Okay, so what have you done so far so that we can swap this transmission?
I took the kick down cable off.
He took the kick down cable off. That is disconnected. No longer needs to be disconnected. Okay, what's next, Donnie? You feeling froggy?
Well, I did jack it up and put it on these ramps.
Did you? Oh yeah, that's true. So it's sitting up on the ramps. Mm-hmm. We bought some ramps. Donnie, where were those ramps made?
USA.
Made in the USA. We found them. We couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. Now we got some big old jack stands.
Look at this.
These things weigh like 50 pounds.
Look at it.
Oh yeah, these little wedges.
These are wheel
Chock
chocks.
blocks.
Yeah.
A little Chock block.
See that name there?
Camco.
That's a good one. Made in the USA.
Made in the USA, little plastic Chock block for your wheel.
Ain't much, but at least it's something.
It's something.
All that other stuff.
Bought some AC Delco 6-ton jack stands. Big ones. So we can be safe. Says right on the side, made in China. They will ship iron all the way around the world and then put it together and then ship it back because it's cheaper than making it down the street here in Jefferson, South Carolina. That's hard for me to believe.
I don't know how we're being environmentally friendly.
Yeah, think of the damn fuel
across the.
They're ruining the environment by doing that, but that's all right. We're gonna roll with it. You can't get American ones, so we bought the Chino ones. Okay, back to the transmission. What's next?
Back to the transmission. We're gonna slide up underneath this thing with this transmission jack. And we got to support the transmission.
Now that's a floor jack, but look, that is a transmission jack.
So
Donnie used to swap these all the time. He never had a transmission jack.
I put them on my chest and just slid them in and out, but I ain't trying that no more. So we'll support that. Then I'm gonna take this bottle jack and a 2x4, the bottle jack right there and 2x4, and put it up underneath the oil pan to keep the motor from flipping backwards. If the motor flips back on this thing, it'll break the distributor out of it. So you got to support the oil pan, and then you're going to snatch the transmission up.
So the motor has 2 motor mounts holding it in place, but they're rubber. So it can move back if nothing was holding in the back. Right now, the transmission's bolted to it, and the back of the transmission's held up. If you take all that loose, this has the potential of going backwards. And if it does, that distributor there on the back will hit the firewall and break. We don't want to do that. Now, how did you know that it would do that, Donnie?
I've done that before.
Okay. All right, so what's step 2? Step 1 was we took the kick down cable loose.
Step 2 is take the drive shaft out of it.
Okay, so that's next, folks. We're gonna see we're gonna see how froggy Donnie feels. Here we go. Luckily, there is no bed in the truck, so we can see what Donnie's doing.
Yep, you can see me.
Kinda.
God almighty.
Donnie, you could do it from here.
Well, I just thought about that. It's pretty rough down here. The problem is the damn thing's too low.
Well, part of it is all the tires are flat.
Well, that's one thing I like about it, how low it sits.
Mm-hmm. It sits kind of low, and the tires are flat.
And the tires flat.
But he can't get the U-joint off because he can't see nothing, because he can't get to it because it's sitting too low to the ground.
Yeah, my chest keeps hitting it.
I think I'd just crawl up here, Donnie, if I was you.
Man. That might be better.
All right, we're going to try it. All right, he's going in, people. Here he goes. Now you can get to it. So we got to work back through this thing and get it where everything's cool. Make sure no major...
Make sure I didn't do nothing stupid when I was young.
Yeah, he did it back when he was like a teenager, so he might have done something dumb, and we got to make sure it's safe and everything's welded like it should be and mounted like it should be.
I think it is, but you know how that goes.
He's fiddling with the U-joint.
I think I might have to go back underneath.
To pull on it?
Yeah.
All right. All right, he's trying to get to it.
The U-joint is stuck.
It's been sitting for years and years and years.
We ain't got much wiggle room.
Didn't you have it custom made, or you custom made it? You welded it back together, didn't you?
No, this one was aluminum. I just found one that was the right size and put in it.
Mm-hmm.
But them back tires being flat might be screwing me.
Yeah.
Because the more this thing hangs down, the more it pulls the drive shaft out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the drive shaft won't go in now, so I can't get the pin out. Believe that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got to sit here and play with it. And this transmission, brand new transmission, is still painted.
Hmm.
I hate that. Okay, I gotta go get a pry bar. Ooh, come on, baby, don't fall out of there. Ooh.
He baby talked. Yeah, he just saved himself from having to buy a $6 U-joint. Wait a minute, they might not be $6 anymore.
They used to be damn 8, and now they're probably 40.
Probably.
If not 50.
Boy, she trying.
Man.
Wobble, wobble, wobble.
I don't know why. That's within a quarter inch. That thing coming out. Man. Huh.
I'm about to lose your cap.
Trying to grab it. There's my cap. It's out now. There we go. Okay.
Boy, she trying.
I think I remember why I ain't put a transmission in this thing.
Yeah! All right, now the front part's a lot easier.
Shit. Why'd you have to jinx me?
I jinxed him. I shouldn't have said that. There you go. So, you said step 2 was take the drive shaft out.
Yep.
Drive shaft's out. Step 3, you got to start loosening bolts, don't you?
Get me a pan quick.
Pan quick. There you go.
Really, Ronnie, come on now. This thing's full.
You did another one? All right, let me see if I can find you another one. Well, he got the transmission cross member loose, and now he's beating on something with a ratchet. Gotcha. I can't say the rest of it. Trying to keep it clean for YouTube.
This thing right here that you had to buy. That's what I just took out.
Oh, that little, yeah, that little egg thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that keeps your, it keeps pressure on your gear shifter. Has a little spring on it.
Yep. See, that's why I knew so much about yours. I put them on everything.
Yep.
It's like that Frank's Red Hot sauce.
Yeah.
Okay, Ronnie, I'm gonna need the jack.
Jack, transmission jack.
The 2x4.
2x4.
Bottle jack.
Bottle jack.
Transmission jack.
Transmission jack.
I'm gonna have to get on your side, I guess, pull them 2 transmission lines off.
Mm-hmm.
And pull the bell housing bolts off.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna snatch it up.
All right, let's do it. All right, he's taking the transmission lines off. He said he doesn't remember ever doing that.
I think I used to just cut them out there about 6 or 8 inches, put a piece of hose on, and
Don't do that, Donnie.
change them when they was outside, I believe is what I used to do.
Don't do that.
But this one's got full lines on it. So
Getting them loose.
we got to get transmission lines loose, then we get torque converter loose, and then I'm gonna jack it up and pull it out. Right there's 2 lines. Which one was the bottom one? Which one was the top one, Ronnie?
I wasn't paying attention.
Me neither.
Maybe I got it on video.
It don't matter. They just go out and back in.
All right, he's getting on the bell housing bolts.
Torque converter.
Torque converter bolts. Oh yeah, because the little pan's not on the little plate isn't down on the bottom. How are we gonna spin it? You gonna spin it by hand?
I don't know. Depends on if I can get on that bolt.
So the torque converter, you gotta take, how many bolts is there? 8 of them?
No, 4.
4. Oh. 4 bolts.
3 on some, 4 on some. Depends on high performance, non-high performance.
You gotta take them off, but one of them you won't be able to get to because it's up at the top. So we're gonna have to spin it around a little bit. There's one.
Nope.
Oh. Oh man, he's using channel locks. You're never gonna hear the end of that, Donnie.
I probably don't want to say too much about it. I'll show you, I only listen once.
All right, we're gonna take it off. So he's been turning it a tooth at a time. And he got around to his other bolt.
I thought this was a 350.
Yeah, it's a 400. So the flex plate, there was a weight in his way. We're checking to make sure your battery's unplugged, Donnie.
Okay.
In case you get real, like, you know, real strong and you hit it real hard and it kicks it off. But yeah, the battery's unplugged, so you should be all right.
Don't matter.
Why?
Because if I kicked it real hard, the alternator would start.
That's a good point. It's a good point. On these old ones, you can pop the clutch. came out already? I know you're on it.
Can't quite get enough on it. Okay, now, after this bolt, we will literally have 6 bolts and the transmission be on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't that big of a deal.
It's just you got to go through it and
Just
take your time a little bit.
You got to be willing to try it.
And we'll show you if we get it out. Well, we will get it out eventually. We'll show you the old one and we'll show you the new one. The old one we think's been in there 14 years.
But it's new.
But it was rebuilt when he put it in there.
See that torque converter turning now?
No, we can't see it.
Can't see it.
Where we're at, we can't see it.
Okay. Well,
We can kind of see it.
We'll pull it. Yeah, there's water in that fluid. I can see it right there coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what did it in.
All right, we'll discuss it when we get it all out. So, got a little piece of wood there.
Hey, what's that?
You're lifting the whole truck up. That was the flat tire popping on that ramp.
Cross-motion it's the
Transmission cross member.
Yep. I need that. I need that transmission jack.
All right. Well, he's loosening the bell housing bolts, people. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. How many bolts are there, Donnie?
How many bolts are there? No more.
There's none?
None now.
We can't tell. The light is so blinding. There you go.
Come on.
So the bottle jack is holding up the back of the engine. The motor mounts are holding up the middle and the front of the engine.
And I'm fighting the back of this son of a bitch.
And he's wiggling the transmission. There's a transmission jack holding up the transmission. He's trying to get it to pop loose from the back of the engine.
It's loose, but I'm caught on a 2x4.
Oh, that 1x?
Too long.
Oh man! All right, I'm gonna go get him something else.
No, I can't get it out.
Oh, we're slonged, people. There may be no way to fix this.
Son of a.
I better turn it off. He's going crazy. Well, we have the transmission decoupled, but now it's stuck under the truck because it's sitting on top of the transmission jack, which people use whenever they have a lift. We don't have a lift. We gotta get creative with it.
There you go. There's the Turbo 350.
He freaking John Henry'd it.
I got mad at it and had to bring it out of there.
So basically, we couldn't get it out on the jack. Now, you said on my truck you could get it out on the jack.
I don't know why.
I mean,
this thing just sits lower, I guess.
we got flat tires, but they're not that damn flat. I mean, it wasn't even close.
Yeah, it was 10 inches at least.
Yeah.
So. Or whatever that jack is.
Yeah.
However high that jack is off the ground.
Because that just barely came out just now.
Yeah, I had to lean it over.
But
it's out. Got it.
You know what that means? If you're putting a transmission in, you're halfway done. You got the old one out. Is it quicker to take it out or put it in?
Probably take it out. But these transmissions, you can tell how old they are by this dipstick here. So that's got an O-ring on it. That's a lot older. The newer styles, they're
just tapered.
They're tapered, and they got a bell bushing that goes in there. So that transmission I've got, the new one. Let's go down here and show them the new one.
Let's get that light there so I can see it. It's starting to get dark, people. We've been here making it happen all day.
Okay, this one here has got the big one. It won't slide on.
It's like a bushing.
Yeah.
And that's the older style dipstick.
This is the new style. This is the old style. Well, the guy that built these transmission, he gave me the O-rings. Kick down's the same way. It's right here. It's got this grommet on there. It don't need it. It needs an O-ring. So we'll have to use my old kick down. But we've got the new O-rings for it. So he did me right there. There's a brand new torque converter for it. If you're going to do it, you might as well put a torque converter in it. I know a lot of people try to skimp and keep the old torque converters. Torque converter is about $100. So you just got to do it. It ain't worth pulling the transmission again to try to save that $100. Yeah. And you're going to lose, this day and age, $100 worth of fluid when you do it. So now I did buy this a couple months ago before the oil went real crazy. So I don't know, but there it is. The short tail shaft. You can tell it's a 350 because of the vacuum here. And if you want to adjust on these 350s, if you want to adjust your shifting, there's a screw in this nipple. You tighten that screw up and it'll make it shift faster, harder, longer. You can change all your shift points with that screw. Teach you a little something every once in a while. But that one over there, you can see how it's still painted like this one. That one's a brand new transmission too.
What about this one, Donnie?
That one.
The old manual.
It's an old 3-speed manual. It's Saginaw 3-speed. But it's a good one.
Well, but they ain't seen this truck yet.
They ain't seen that truck yet.
Never mind. All right.
So this is the 350 short tail shaft, same exact thing. It's got the kick down, the vacuum, and it's got the kick down cable in the same spot. Everything's the same. You just got to switch it around.
Well, you got it out. That's half the battle.
It's half the battle.
What do you think?
Well, I think that's half of it.
So, tell them again why you have to switch it. You said that one's been rebuilt. What happened?
When they sit, it sit for 15, 16 years, whatever it was, 10 years, 12 years, whatever. It sit forever, and moisture condensated on the top of the housing there, and it delaminated the clutches inside of it. So
then whenever you start it, it'll work for a little bit, like a few minutes, and then the clutches fall apart.
Yep, the clutches come apart. So I'm probably gonna have this one rebuilt and have it just sitting waiting, because I will tear this other one out. So
all right, well there you go.
Y'all, if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you on the next one. You can see us put this thing back in.